All right, so you are welcome to this training or insightful information on the federal government bond. All right, uh, the federal government bond or bond generally is one of the ways you can actually invest. All right, instead of you leaving your money to be affected by, let's say, increase in products and services, or even inflation generally, one of the safest places you could always put your money is the bond or the bond options. All right. So today we'll be looking at the federal government of Nigeria's bond. We look at the purposes, we look at the benefits, as well as how you can actually purchase it. That is one of the reasons why this video has been created. So make sure you watch the video from the beginning to the end, and for you to be able to get the right information. Right. So what is this bond all about? The federal government bond is actually one of the safest means of investing because, to a larger extent, right, the federal government of Nigeria can be trusted with funds of this nature. Yeah. Now, it was actually introduced some 9 years ago. That should be in 2017. This fund option was actually made available to the public. Now, the purpose was to provide alternatives like different means of investment for retail investors who could not or may not be able to compete in the larger bond market. All right, so that is one of the reasons why the federal government had to come up with this initiative so that people who do not have huge amount of finance or large capital base will still be able to venture into the bond market, just like we have the stock market. All right, good. Now, there are about 3 to 4 reasons why this fund was actually initiated. Remember, we said it was actually brought into the capital market in 2017. That should be March 13, 2017. It came to the retail market, right? Now we have about 3 or 4 reasons why this market actually came into existence for people like you and I to be able to venture with as little as 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira to venture into it. Now, one of the first reasons why this market actually came into existence in Nigeria is to deepen national savings culture because some people do not have ability to save, right? So saving has become one of the challenges the citizens face. Now, the government trying to deepen the ability to save, trying to imbibe the saving culture, this mechanism had to come into existence. Another reason is to provide opportunity for you and I, known as the citizens, regardless of our income level, to be able to contribute to national development. As a matter of fact, the federal government bond is a means of raising funds to develop the nation. So, the government raises funds and places the people involved, that is the fundraisers or you and I who leases our money out, places some amount of percentage, some amount of interest in form of percentage, right? So this is one of the reasons to be able to build the nation. We are still hoping that the nation is going to be better than what we are currently seeing right now, but this is one of the reasons. We don't know. Sometimes when money falls in the hand of government, there is really no serious accountability given for it. But the most important aspect is that we are having interest on our money, all right? But this other second purpose is supposed to be achieved, but we rarely see it. We're just trusting that as long as we are alive, we should be able to experience it. Yeah. Then another one is to enable all citizens to participate and benefit from returns available in the capital market. So if you invest in the federal government bond, like I said, there are payable interests at specified period of time, right? There are interests that will be paid you at different intervals in a particular accounting period. That's 12 months. Now, another reason why this was established was to diversify funding sources for the government. Yes, for the government to equally find a way to fund projects and things of that nature, right? So, but the most important thing is that your money is not used without return, right? Your money is actually utilized and you have a payable interest depending on the tenure you actually put in, right? Now, these are some of the reasons why this initiative actually came into existence. Now, what are the benefits? Of course, you must have pinpointed some of the benefits while we were talking about this, but for clarity's sake, we're going to point out about 2 or 3 of them. Now, some of the benefits include the interest you are paid quarterly, right? You are paid quarterly interest, and in a year you have 4 quarters, right? Three months make up a quarter, right? So the quarterly payments are made to your account. Once you register with a brokerage account, yeah, you will be able to get all your details set up, and even the account where you would want the payment to always flow in, you also set it up. So every 3 months, according to the federal government, you will be receiving your quarterly payment. All right, and it will be going to the bank account you included when you were registering. Now, another benefit is that it can be accepted as a means of collateral, right? Banks could always accept your account, your funding, as what? As a means of collateral. So you can use it to source for other things via the bank. Now, you can also sell your bond. Let's say, for instance, the bond is supposed to last for 2 years, which is the minimum, and you feel, oh, after the first year, you want to actually use the money for something. You can always sell it in the secondary market, right? Just like the Bamboo, the Invest Niger, and the likes. You can always sell them there and get your money. So it is not limited. It is not restricted until that 2 years. That's another benefit. So anytime you like, you can sell off and get your money back, right? Now, it is also good for savings, all right? Let's say you are planning to save for your retirement, maybe for education, maybe for housing, that is renting, or any of those other benefits. So you could always use them as a means of saving and be getting your quarterly interest payment and all that. Now, it is also considered safe because it is backed up by the federal government of Nigeria. All right, it is considered to be one of the safest means of investment. I have invested in it, right, and I have invested for people. So it is not just coming to tell you stories. I have brought people in. I have people that are benefiting from it, right? So it is not just coming to tell you cock and bull stories. It is something that I have experienced and I still use it till date. So it is one of the safest, all right? Now we're going to be looking at some of the attributes or the characteristics of the federal government bond so that you get to know more about it without wasting your time doing more research on the internet and all that. Although you can do more research, but this will really help you as a background, as a foundation to building your knowledge on the federal government bond. All right. Now we have the first one I would want to see is that the federal government bond is offered on a monthly basis. All right. So every month the funding is made open, is made public. Right. So the one for this month has already gone. It's usually open, let's say Mondays and end Fridays. So interest are paid quarterly, like we said the other time, right? And then for the federal government bond, there are just two tenors available. Two tenors available. You have tenor 2 and tenor 3. All of them are years, right? You have 2 years, you have 3 years. Good. So it depends on your choice. Of course, the one with 2 years is having limited interest. Should I say limited? No, it is having lesser interest payment compared to the one with 3 years tenor. All right, so the one with 3 years tenure has higher interest payment compared to the one with 2 years tenure. All right, good. Now the subscription is open, just like I was trying to say. It is open for 5 good days, right? So let's say it opens on Monday, it's going to close by Friday because these are working days. So just say 1 week period is when the federal government bond is made open. So if you are able to catch it within this time frame and place your funding option, right, you would be able to get in. Now, what is another thing we need to say about it? It is backed by the full faith of the federal government, so you don't need to be scared. Is my money going to go to scammers or all that? No. That is not achievable. It's not obtainable when it comes to the federal government bond. All right, unless you are actually purchasing something that is wrong, unless you are purchasing another version of it. But if it's actually the federal government bond you are purchasing, you have to be rest assured that what it is scam free. It's a no scam zone at all. Right, I've invested in it. I've also invested for people, so it is not actually something you should be scared of. All right, another thing I also want to say is that the minimum subscription is 5,000 naira. All right, so the minimum subscription is 5,000 naira. If you want to start, you have a minimum of 5,000 naira to actually purchase it. Right, now confirmation, once you purchase it, it's going to take about 30 days for the federal government to confirm, because there are other people who are actually coming, so they are going to accept your offer based on first come first serve basis, right? So if there are millions of people who opt in within the one of the funding being open, once the government gets the number of persons they want, if you're now making your own payments by maybe the third or fourth day, you may not be able to actually get in until the next month. All right, so the minimum is 5,000 naira. Then you can begin to buy on monthly basis if you actually want more. You can choose the 2 years tenure, you can choose 3 years tenure, all right? But make sure that your account is already set up before the next day, all right? So for August, which is next month, because this month one is gone, for August, it's likely going to come up by first week in August, unless there is a public holiday, right? Public holidays usually affect it at some point in time. But if there are no public holidays, expect it within the first week, right? The first week of the month. And if it's not the first week of the month, then the second week, usually on Mondays, right? Now, when it comes up on Monday, it's going to end by Friday, right? Friday, I think maybe afternoon or evening, but Friday is going to end. So all you need to do for next month on, if you could not actually qualify for this month own because it's already closed, so for next month own, your account should be ready. For me, I use Invest Niger, all right? I use Invest Niger. You could use other stock brokerage apps, you could use other brokerage apps, and you still have access to the funding options. So you could use them, set up your account, and be ready. You could also fund your account and be ready, right? Just be ready for the next opening. And if you would also want me to remind you or inform you when the next funding option is available, when it is open for application, you could type in the comment section. I should send a reminder to you, all right? Or you could go through our YouTube channel. You see a WhatsApp section there. You could send a DM to me, and I will keep you posted when the next option is available. I have a community where I post information about different investment options. If you're also interested, you could also send a message via the comment section, and we will do well to add you up. All right. So I think that is all we have to say about the federal government bond. If there are questions you have pertaining to this investment option, do well to use the comment section, and I am going to be available to respond to you. All right. Do well to listen, do well to like, do well to share your opinions. If there are other things you think I missed which are very significant, you could as well post it in the comment section for others to see and equally use for their own good. And do well to subscribe to the channel so that subsequent information pertaining to investment will be delivered to you even without you struggling. All right, until the next video, do well to take care of yourself and happy investing. Bye.